Hi everyone! Today we're going to teach you how to do this modern pin-up Cinderella hairstyle. Along with these vintage styling essentials, we'll also be listing the specific products used within this video in the right hand corner. To do our modern Cinderella hair, first we're going to section off the front portion of the hair, which will be used for the front swirl kind of victory roll. We're going to section from eyebrow peak to eyebrow peak and just to the top of the crown. Before we use our curling irons, we're going to use a heat protection spray and a setting spray. Now we're going to use curling irons to set the front section of hair in pin curls ready for shaping later. We're using a 1-inch curling iron, and as you can see we're rolling one of the pin curls backwards for height and volume, and then we're going to roll the other pin curl forwards, which will be a really great way of getting a great shape in the end of the curl for the kind of swirly victory roll that we'll be doing in the front section of the hair. Now that the pin curls are in place, we're going to leave these to set whilst we carry on with the rest of the style. It just means that these curls will be nicely set and cooled down, ready for shaping later on. Now we're going to carry on with the rest of the hair. So pop the hair into a high ponytail. This can be right on top of your head, or it can be a mid ponytail if you want. It's just your preference on how you want to wear the style. We're using a grooming brush to get the hair up into the ponytail, and you can also use a rat tail comb as well, just to really smooth all of that hair down and make it nice and neat and tidy. At this point you can also take a section of the ponytail and wrap that around the elastic that you've used for the ponytail, just to hide that band, but as we know we're going to cover this band with our headscarf, we're going to leave it for now. So now we're going to back comb through this ponytail from root to tip to create more volume and height, and also to make the hair a little bit more mouldable so it's easier to shape. So work through each of the sections of ponytail and then just keep that underneath area a little bit smoother so that it sits nicely on top of the head, because obviously that'll be the hair that we'll be seeing, and hairspray to smooth in place. So as you can see, we're going to create a barrel roll on top for now, and then you want to pin that in place inside the actual roll either side of the hair to make it nice and secure. To create the fanned out bun, we're going to move from the centre of the actual bun and just fan that hair out nice and gently, and making sure you don't just separate the hair out. We want to move from the centre and just keep fanning that hair out to the edges, and then you can pin in place using hair grips. As you work through the style and you're happy with its shape, you can use hairspray just to smooth everything down, and as you can see, just smoothing with your fingers really helps control those flyaways and keeps everything nice and neat. Now we're going to work on the front section of our hair, so if you unpin those curls and then start to back comb from the root of the hair to the tips, and you can see we're actually bringing the two curls together so that it's nice and uniform and you don't get any separation within the hair. So now we've got lovely height at the front, we're going to go in with our grooming brush and just smooth that section down so that it's all smooth all the way around the hair. And then we're going to mould this shape in place using our fingers, and as you can see, the shape at the end, the little pin curl, comes in really easily because of that setting pattern that we did using the curling irons. We've got height at the front of the hair and then the little pin curl at the end, and that's because of the curling setting that we've done. So once you're happy with this shape, you can use hairspray, and I like to use my fingers to smooth everything down, and you can also go in with the end of a rat tail comb just to smooth all those flyaways and make sure it's nice and neat and set in place. Now we're happy with the shape, we can move in with our hair accessories. So we're using a chiffon headscarf for this hairdo. As you can see, we're covering up the elastic of the ponytail with the headscarf and pinning in place. It just makes it a lot easier to do this, especially when you've just got your own two hands and you can't see the back of your head. So now we're going to wrap this across the top of the ears and do a little bow on the side. You can pop this bow wherever you want, and then you can fan out the chiffon headscarf as well to make it a nice full look. and then just kind of tuck in the edges and make sure everything's in place and secured. With headscarves you can also pop pins just on top of the ears, or you can crisscross them at the nape of the neck, and it just helps that headscarf stay in place. So here we have our finished look, really sweet, pretty simple and easy to do modern Cinderella hair using headscarf and just a little bit of know-how.